Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to my friend Allison Henry, and she's going to be sharing with you a little bit about one of the ways that scientists study right whales. So take it away, Allison.
My name is Allison Henry. I work with the Northeast Fisheries Science Center in Woods Hole, and that's part of the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration.
So what does a typical day in the field look like for you now?
A typical day, so we fly in a small plane. So my office is a plane, and we have two pilots from NOAA. They're NOAA Corps pilots. We have two dedicated observers that stick their head. We've got these specialized windows on the side of the plane that are big, like plastic bubbles, and we stick our heads out there and look around for whales. It's kind of uncomfortable. And then we have a data recorder, and that's usually the job that I do, not always, and that's a little table with a computer and GPS and all sorts of stuff in the back of the plane, because every whale we see, we record information on it. And then
so they tell you what they're seeing and you're taking notes and writing it all down.
Yep, they'll be like, I have 2 finback whales that are feeding, and I'll write that down. So we collect data on all the large whales that we see in our waters, and if we see something really cool or really unique or something we don't see very often, like Rizzo's dolphins or pilot whales, we'll make a note of that too. But it's pretty much right whales, finbacks, minkies, seis, humpbacks.
What does an office day look like for you?
Office day is, pretty tedious. A lot of spreadsheets, a lot of photos. We take an average of about 10 images per whale when we're out there. So if we have a day with a couple whales, that doesn't take very long to process those images. But if you've got 100 whales, that's 1,000 images to go through. If you have a surface active group, that's kind of intense, because you got to make sure every body part is attributed to an individual and then try to figure out who that individual is. So that can take a while.
So I love that part. Is that your role? I mean, that's part of what you do after you do an aerial survey, as you're doing the IDs on the whales as well?
Yeah, so our team, whomever takes the pictures is usually the one who goes through it the first time around. I make sure that I check everything. If I'm not the photographer afterwards, I'll check everything and confirm IDs or add in IDs. We all have had a ton of practice doing it. One of my other colleagues has helped develop an algorithm to do some automated image matching, and that's still fairly new, and it's a learning algorithm. So that's pretty neat to help speed up some of it, but yeah. There's still a long way to go on that part. It's the part I love the most. Like, I've always loved doing photo ID. That's my favorite part of what I do.
What's the best part and the hardest part of your job?
Can we start with the hardest part so that we can end on a high note?
Yes.
The hardest part, which happens for me pretty regularly, is getting airsick. It's hard to be a marine biologist that gets seasick and airsick. Especially our surveys now spend a lot more time circling. So these are my motion sickness goggles, which I haven't actually used yet. They were developed by a European car company to help combat, motion sickness in cars, which I've had since I was a kid. So like, motion sickness is definitely a thing for me. So I think the concept is that the message that your eyes are telling your brain doesn't match your ears, what your inner ear is telling your brain. So this almost brings the horizon line closer to your eyes.
Yeah.
To help the signal match. And in theory, you're supposed to put this on when you're starting to feel sick, and then take it off when you feel better. Like, I wouldn't want to fly around with these for 6 hours.
So Allison, thanks for sharing with us a little bit about aerial surveys. Isn't it amazing that even though she gets airsick and seasick, she's still been able to have a career with marine biology? So if anybody has a fear of getting seasick or airsick, don't let that stop you, because there's lots of things out there that can help you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.